Alrighty, welcome back to Nickelodeon's Comic Corner Classic Less Known Classic. This is episode number 1440, not 40, 52. Yes, 52, and Doubleshot number 1346. I have 2-hour trades from two writers who actually still work there. Yes. Well, the first guy writes Darth Vader now. Yep, this is one of his books. This is Hulk. Return to Planet Hulk. Technically, this is called Planet Hulk 2. That's the name of the story. This is, of course, done by Greg Pak, who, yes, he does still work for Marvel. And he's currently working on Darth Vader right now. Yep. This actually is second last book of his third run for Hulk. I say third run because, well, it is. This is his third run. Because his original run was the original Planet Hulk story, World War Hulk. I think that was it. He was not in the book very long originally because it came in the book with the Planet Hulk storyline. And then he did War Hulk stuff for that, and that was it. He was on that book for about 2 years, then he left, and then came back to the book in, I think this was like in 2009, I think it was. He came back just 2 years later to do Incredible Hulk again. This time was actually not 20 issues this time. This time it was 35 issues. Yep, lasting from 2009 to frickin' 20... I think it was like 2011, I think it was. Well, it was 35 issues, just 2 years. Reason being, twice a month. And then he came back in 2015 to do this again. This time when Amadeus Cho was the Hulk, doing the Totally Awesome Hulk book. This book, its series name, returned to the Incredible Hulk name for the first time since 2012. And these issues first came out in 2017, 5 years after that, because Incredible Hulk was relaunched as Indestructible Hulk, which lasted for 20 issues, and it was relaunched simply as Hulk. And then after Secret Wars, it was retitled to simply Totally Awesome Hulk. Now it's Incredible Hulk once again. Yep. So yeah, this is a revisit to the Planet Hulk storyline. Unlike the original, which was like, I think it was like a little over 10 issues, I think it was. Basically, it was a big, epic story arc. This one, it's not very long. It's only just 5 issues. It's basically taking some big high points for the original story. Yeah, the original high points of the original story. So then put this. Yeah, Planet Sakaar is back, despite the fact it was destroyed. Yes, the planet itself was destroyed by Galactus. Well, technically, it was poisoned by Hulk's son, the original Hulk anyways, in order to kill Galactus. Didn't work exactly. He came back afterwards. I think it's a different planet because I highly doubt it's the original Planet Sakaar because that's gone. Galactus ate the damn thing. Yeah, somehow it's back. It's not totally explained. Yeah, Amadeus Cho gets a message from Sakaar, so he takes a spaceship, goes to Sakaar, and kind of goes through similarly what the original Hulk went through. Him getting captured, turned to a gladiator, fights no friend of his. You see, in the original story, it was the Silver Surfer. This time, it's the Odin son. Yep, during a period of time when he was the unworthy Thor. Yeah, I'm not really sure, like, in the case of Pak, in case you're curious, does Greg Pak have any history writing Thor? The answer? No, he has no history writing Thor. He just threw in the unworthy Thor in here. And they fought briefly for a couple issues. And, oh, by the way, there is many references to the original Planet Hulk storyline. They mentioned about the Red King. Oh, yeah, you be the Red King. And Amadeus is like, no, that was a different Hulk, not me. Yeah, he tries to tell them, but they won't listen. And like the original Hulk, he gets himself an alien woman who is very similar to Hulk's second wife. Well, there's a reason for that. Same species. And she's a Shadow Priestess. In the original one, she was a member of the Shadow Guard. Oh yeah, and the ruler is basically a warlord. And despite the fact this technically is a follow-up basically to Planet Hulk, it seems like Greg Pak was ripping off Mad Max with this thing. Yeah, he was ripping off Mad Max. I mean, look at this. Clearly, it's Mad Max. Yeah, it's Mad Max inspired. And, oh, by the way, something that the original Sakarans didn't have in the original story, they have guns in here. Yes, freaking AK-47s. I'm like, where the heck did they get this stuff? I mean, what do? Raid Earth for this stuff? Like, wow. Of course, Hulk does beat the war. It goes home perfectly fine. No, but none of the Sakarans die like they did in the original story. And the only thing comes with him. It goes back to Earth. Oh, yeah, during the story, we have it where this is minor recurring plot thread around the whole thing of the Hulk trying to get out this trunk of this sports car. And here, he finally succeeds. And, of course, Amadeus tells him, Hulk, go back in the trunk. And then by the end of the storyline, Amadeus is the one in the trunk and the Hulk is driving. Yep, what does this do? Set up World War Hulk 2, which is the very next story arc, which is actually not very long. It's only like 4 issues. So yeah. I love the fact they restored this book back to the Triple Edition numbering, which is something that people have been begging Marvel to do. At the time this happened, people begged Marvel for 5 years because people were getting sick and tired of the restart. And finally we have it. And this book decides to abruptly end after only 9 issues, while being known as The Incredible Hulk. Yeah, after only 9 issues, they hit the restart button again. I mean, the only change they made to the book was they changed the artist. Yeah, who's the artist of these issues? Greg Land! Yes, and he's back to his stupid tracing ways. I mean, look at this. Look at Hulk's face. Like, the armor looks good. I like the armor, but the face, oh my gosh, it looks so bad. I mean, anybody reading this can tell, obviously, that it's Greg Land's artwork. Like, his backgrounds look really good. It's just that, well, yeah, let's have some characters have the same facial expression the whole time and basically trace it the whole way through. Yes. I mean, that's the only really big problem with the story is Greg Land's arc, because here, he's back to his normal old tricks. Tracing. Yep. Because if you read the very first, I think it was the very first Alien Sin miniseries by Peter David, that one was tame compared to this. This is basically like Greg Land going back to his ways, tracing, redrawing the same face over and over again for like no reason. I kind of think he needs help in that department. He needs to stop freaking tracing. Aside from that, it's a good story. Give this one roughly a 9 out of 10. The reason why I don't give it 9.5 is because of Greg Land. That's the only reason why. Next up is a mini-series. Yes, a mini-series by Donny Cotis. And I believe he just wrapped his run for Venom just recently. Yeah, this is a recent book by him. This is Silver Surfer Black. Yeah, this is an interesting one. When this was announced, like, people thought, oh, is Silver Surfer going to get an ongoing series again? Nope, just a mini-series. Yeah, there are fans of Silver Surfer out there. People are thinking, really? There are fans of Silver Surfer? Yes, there are fans of Silver Surfer. And this is one of those characters people have wanted to see another one. Excuse me, after the last one abruptly ended. Yeah, this one's 5 issues. Now, if you want, let's say, a follow-up to Dan Slott's Silver Surfer book, you're going to be sure disappointed because Don Granger is nowhere in this at all. Yeah, all 5 issues, no Don Granger. This one, again, so we do have Donny Coates on the writing for the book. The artwork is done by Todd Moore. And it's good artwork, but it looks so weird. And it's Silver Surfer. Of course he's weird. He just travels up he does a lot of traveling. He also, the whole point of the black stuff is apparently he can turn black now. No, not his skin black. He can cover some of the black stuff, like almost like a symbiote. There's also a setup here for King in Black. Yes, because this guy shows up here. Oh, look at this. It's Null. Why is he here? To set up King in Black. Yep. So, yeah, Donny Cates has been building up the King in Black stuff for about 2 or 3 years, but this is one of those books basically does build up in. At one point, he runs into Galactus when he was a Lightbringer. I like the fact he was the Lightbringer. I thought it was a good character move. And then he was back being the Devourer after being the Lightbringer about 2 or 3 years. Apparently, someone in Marvel didn't like the fact that Al Ewing did that. Yes, it was Al Ewing who turned Galactus from the Devourer to the Lightbringer. Of course, that was the whole thing, Devouring. That was all Saw in the very first story arc for Al Ewing's run for Ultimates. And then he tried to fix the timeline. And apparently, somebody in Marvel does not want to fix basically what Bendis broke. I don't know why, but yeah, it's a interesting miniseries. Shia LaBeouf is in here for a few issues. Doesn't do very much. It's a pretty it's I would say out of all Donny Costa's work so far, this is one of his more weaker books per se. We got great artwork. Yep. I mean, the biggest thing to take away from this miniseries is that Silver Surfer can turn to this. Yep. That's much gist of it. Yeah, no other familiar characters in here aside from the Surfer himself. You got Galactus, you got Shia LaBeouf, and that's it. Yeah, as a matter of fact, this actually was set up via a plot thread from Donny Costa's run for Guardians of the Galaxy, which, yeah, Silver Surfer briefly left the book after a few issues to do this. And he comes back like, oh, he's like covered in black now. Yep. Which, if you read Donny Costa, he loves referencing previous work he did work on. He previously, like this book. He also represented Humans. Excuse me. Al Ewing has only referenced one book so far that I can think of. That was Rocket, yeah. But not much I'll say with these two trades. I mean, the Hulk one is good. Don't like the artwork. This one, okay story. Love the artwork, and I think Tom Moore does a fantastic job drawing everything in here because, well, it's weird, but it's a Silver Surfer, so he's really weird. Yep, so yeah, that's episode of you. Next one's going to be Black Clover. And then after I put the 4 videos up, the work on combatants will be dispatched. Okay, see you next video. Bye.